Yo, stocks 5150. The time now is 23:52. 23:52. It's almost midnight. Today is June 30th. It's the last day of June. Yeah. So, what we're gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about the fact that um June has been green this month. I mean, I got it pulled up right here. We can look. June started right here, and look where we're at right now. June has been green. I did okay in the beginning of June, but now I kind of got bearish. I got bearish around here, and I hadn't been able to pull that back. I went into a position, so I'm talking about that. I went into a position early, like down here at 60/30. Let's go to activity. Go here. Uh, June 26th. Oh, that's month. 61/30. That right there. So I went short on June 24th. Okay, so June 24th, I went short at 61.30, right? 61.30.5. So let's take a look at that. 61.30.5. Wait, first of all, let me see. Are y'all seeing this big enough? Let me make this bigger. Yeah, it might be big as it's going to get. I'll do it like that. So, yeah, because it don't matter about. Here's the chart. That'll be fine. That'll be good enough. Let's see. Yeah, wait. I'm blocking my logo. There it is. Boom. Stocks 5150. Hey. All right, that's good enough. So, that being said, back to this. So, on my chart here, 6130 was where I was at. 6130 is right here. Right here. This is where I got bearish. It was on the 24th. So on the 24th, let's go to the 24th. That would be, let me pull this up. 24th is this day right here. I don't know exactly what time, but for some reason, right there in the 20, I could look and see what time though. Let's see, figure out what I was thinking. 6130 sold. Yeah, that's what got me. All right, so 6130 on the 24th at 11:16. All right, and see, look, you can see I was doing pretty good. I was like hitting green, 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 positive, positive, and then maybe it was 6160, 60, 61. Oh, it was that one. It was on the 23rd. Because that was that. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, so no, I got out of that one at 6140. Okay. Um, Point is, so 6130. I think I was at 6061 for a while. Either way, I got bearish. I got bearish like around the 23rd. So we see here, yeah, because this is where it pulled back at right here. And so I figured what I was thinking was it was going to go up and hit this resistance and then pull back down. But that's not what happened right here. I actually know. It was like 11 o'clock. Yeah, so on the 24th, let's go here. Yeah, right there. I was thinking, okay, well, it'll hit there and then it'll go. Now, what happened, as you can see, what happened is it stayed green, period. That 5 did not come back. It crossed over. You see right here what day is this? This is on the 23rd. So that 5 EMA crossed over on the 20. That 20 is the purple. It crossed over and stayed up. You see what I'm saying? And it's been up all week. Now, had I been on the right side and bought a position instead of getting into a Instead of going short, if I'd have went long, I'd be up $500. But I'm not. I was short. So now I'm in drawdown, and that's where I'm sitting at 578. Now, that being said, I went in here, same thing. I misjudged. But if I shrink down, go down to a smaller time frame. I'm on a 4 hour. If I go down to a small time frame, you'll see it makes more sense. But there was a slight pullback right here, and so I went short again, and basically I added another contract, and that was just to offset this loss because I don't believe that we're going to get back down here anytime soon. So that drawdown was super big. So I went into it again, and that's where I'm at. So now what I'm sitting at is two contracts, and yeah, 50% chance of profit. That's uh that's good. I got 80 days. A lot can happen in 80 days. Like literally 80 days. If we go historically, um 80 days from now is what is this? This is June. That'll be in 2 months. Let's just say within 2 months. So August. So you got July, basically July and August. That'll give me 60 days. And then you got September. August and September almost always are a little bearish. Let me look at something. I'm not sure exactly on the chart to show y'all, but I can talk about something. Let's see if I can find this. Find this is that right here. All right, so July is the first 2 weeks of July is normally green, right? And we're heading that way. March is pretty good too, up a little under 1.5%. July is like usually. So this is a chart that's giving off the median 2 week return off the S&P 500 since 1950. So averages. So July gives off about 2% gain, right? March gives off like about 1.5% gain. So we skip over here. So we are in June, 60 days. So what I need to be concerned with is August and July and August, right? And so July overall, you get to July, and that gives you about a 0.5%. So we might have a little pullback towards the end of July. August, for sure, a pullback. September, all the way back down. Not even like 0.5%. It's less than 1%. So now the question is, am I willing to sit and draw down this right here all this time for this trade to work out? And so let's do some math right quick. Let's click over here. Let's do bracket. First, let's look at the chart before I do it. Let's see. We have potential to reach back, and I'm on the 4 hour, so I keep it on the 4 hour. But we have potential to reach, say, the 200. 200 on the 4 hour chart is 60.25, right? Let's see what the 200 is on the 1 hour. The 200 on the 1 hour is 61.49. 61.49. So we'll go with that one. So if we come down on the 1 hour and we hit 61.49, or even 62. See, we're right here at 60. This is our position. So we hit 61.49. So we got to pull down all the way through all of that, right? Between now and September. 61.49. Okay, let's see. Do a bracket order. 61.49. So if we did it, 6149. Oh, that's the right. 6149. That'll give you $400. But that'll be for 3 months. I mean, but I'm trying to stay green. Now, let's just say if we stay in it and we are thugging it all the way out, and we stay in it for the 4 hour, we trade on the 4 hour long term, and we come down to this is 6160. That's the end of that Bollinger Band, but we get right here. It's 200, and we hit 60.25, right? So 60.25. If we can hit 60.25, so we be patient. That'll give us $1,600. Now that's worth it. So patience is what I'm gonna have to sit with. hmm So we're gonna see if I can handle that. Because 61, right now I'm at 61, 61.57. So that's within the Bollinger Band. That's within reason. That could happen. I could get to 61.50. 61.50 would be 61.50. That'd be 391. And honestly, I probably would take that and just call it a day and start over. You know what I'm saying? But if the market's going down, like if I done hung all the way through July, the first 2 weeks of July, and make it through that, um, if I can make it through the first 2 weeks of July, 2%. Let me see something. What will that be? If this goes bracket stop loss, do a 2%. A 2% one will be $1,200. Now, can I sit through 1,200 to risk? What did I say earlier? Do 2% here. This is crazy. This is crazy. This logic that I got. 2% here would be same thing, 1,200. So it would be 60, 65. And remember, we was talking about sitting at 60, 60. So I could do that. I could just keep it in my head. My stop loss would be 6,300, 6,313, and my close for profit would be 60, 65. Now, how realistic is that? 60, 65 is here. Definitely could happen. 63.13, can that happen? 63.13, yes, because we're already at 62.47 now. So 63.13 is only right there. That can happen. Matter of fact, let me put a let me put a price on that one. 62 30, 63 13 13 10. Just do 63 13. There it is. Uh, so I get there, bro. That ain't that far. So I'm on the other side. I'm on the wrong side of this trade. But I'm gonna sit it out. I'm gonna thug it out, and I'm gonna tell you how I'm feeling as far as this drawdown goes. Honestly, I don't feel anything. I think I've been trading long enough. I'm detached from this money crap, and this ain't real anyway. Because you give it to the market, it's in the market until such time. This is, and I don't know who's gonna ever listen to this, but I'll just say it like this: this is just money that I would be pissing away anyway, going to the movies or taking somebody to a show or a basketball game or having some kind of social interactions with some pretty female. Yes, I said it. That's true. But instead of doing that, giving it to the market, and I'm here trading and making this money, or not making the money. Either way, I don't know which one gives me the more joy, most joy. I don't know. But I'm older at this point, so that's why I feel that way. If I was younger, I definitely wouldn't be here. I'd be out. Like today is Monday night. I will find somewhere to be, period. But that's not where I'm at. This is where I'm at now. So that being said, we're at 61.89. So when I entered another position, it basically lowered my cost basis and brought me up to 61.89. So higher probability for me to become green, even right here. And I could call that a day and just get green there. I'm not bound to anything. I could do what I want. And then I could readjust if we continue going down and just get that right there down to 200, which may be what I'm going to do. Let me show you something else if you're thinking about it as far as this way I see if you see my levels here, I got this one that's at 100. These are my fibs, and they're from on a higher time frame. But you see right here, we hit that 100, and let's see, do this. All right, so you see the 78 was right here. So right now, overall, we're trading between the 78 and the 100. I think that's some ICT stuff. I just been looking at that. I don't really know that stuff, but this is a level between the 68 and that. So this is a long term right here. So right now we're sitting at 100. You can see here we hit that a couple times already. One, two, three, four. Then we pull back down. So now we're at five separate times. Each time that we hit this level though, we pull back. Maybe not all the way down, but we pull back. Even if I get a pullback, let's say from there to there, which that's where we started. Even if I get that pullback, that still takes me to what is that? That's 59.54. That's well below what I was expecting because I was doing 6,000. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like I said, 50% chance of pop, and I got this on the 1 day now. Um, that's my overall fib. I also do fibs and measure the move that I'm currently involved in. So I stay on the daily, right? And I select the tool I want to use. Tool I want to use is the Fibonacci retracement. And I start at the bottom. Well, I'll start here at the top and I come down. So 100% to, see, this is the bottom. That's the bottom of that move right there. Boom. And it's not perfect, but let's see. Stretch this out. And if you say, well, why didn't you start here? I already got that mapped out because that's covered by the overall larger time frame. And from here to there, and then we pull back. See, so that's a move. To here, pull back, that's a move. From here to there, pull back, that's a move. Here to there, that could be a move. And then here to there, and then we pull them back. And so see, now this is the new move. You understand? So this is how I'm doing it. All right, so tighten this up a little bit. Uh, I'm 100. Keep it just slightly on that weight, up above that weight. There it is. That's good right there. All right, so looking at this, same thing with trading right now between that 100 and that 78. Just like the same thing that we're doing in the larger time frame. So let's go down to the 1 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour and see what we're looking like. So see in the 4 hour, look at that. Very little difference between that. We wicked up right here and almost hit that all-time high from the larger time frame, you see, and we had a doji pull back, but we're heading back up again. Now this is after hours and it doesn't know what it wants to do. So this is I'm sitting here in this position and waiting for it to pull. It's starting to slightly turn. The Bollinger Band is starting to curve around. I needed to come on down and break down below that 100 and get me back, somewhere here. And that'll be reasonable. That's 61. What would be optimal is on this move from this place here to there. This is 0. See right here, you can see it. So on this move to there, if I can get down to the 50%, which would be 6,100. So 61. So I get 6,100. That'll be a nice green move right there. And because I'm stuck in the middle on this position, I'm in between, which kind of like don't fiddle in the middle. I kind of got in it, but I should have waited. But that's not a good position. But where I'm at right now, between 61.8 and 78.6, so it's in the middle. We could come down and touch the 78 and then take off again. That could happen, or we could come down, break through that, and continue down and hit the 61.8 and then go back up, or we could come down, touch it, sit, break through to the 50, and we hit the 50 and get 6,100. Get to 6,100, that'll be green enough for me. I might have said 6,000 earlier, but 6,100 will probably be when I get out because if I wait till, well, I think I did say 6,000 because I said I was going to wait for the 60.25, wait for the 200, but by then the 200 might be up here at 61. I don't know, but we'll see. So far, we're heading down. Let's go look at the 5 minutes, see what we're looking like. This is after hours too. When so we can see here, um, market closed at 4 p.m. right here Eastern time, and we had a little pullback. Boom, sell out, close out, close out. All right, 6 o'clock, everybody stops. So everybody sold, close their positions back down, and that's where we at, right? All right, so now we pick up in the after hours. This is the I don't know what session this is. At this time right now, the time is midnight here. So we are in the where am I? Oh, this is the Tokyo session. Mm. So we're in the Asia section. So Tokyo, Japan, Shanghai, India. Nice. All right, so we're in the Asia section starting at 8 o'clock. So here we go. We stay flat. Let me get at 8 p.m. right here. HC starts picking up, and that's where we're at. But now we're coming back down. What time is it now? The time is midnight, and this is from 12. So midnight, nothing's nothing. So if this is our range, if our range turns out to be from here to there, for tomorrow, I mean that's tradable because just from this, from the 200, this is on the 5 minute. So if I was just to trade my yellow, my 5 EMA going up, checking when it goes across 21, if I entered there, ride that up, boom, when it goes out. All right, what would that have been? Let's see. The position was 62.45, and you got out at 62, 62.45, and you get out at 62.52. That's only 7 points. 7 points. But 7 points is about what, $40 or something like that. So it would have been $40 for how much time was this? This is on a 5 minute. Where did we cross it? That would have been here. Truthfully, you could have got out right there. For 2 hours, would have been at like this $50. That's what it is right now. So right now we're down, and see it's flattening out right here. It hit 200. It's respecting that 200 on the 5 minute, and if it breaks below that, but that's probably looking at the RSI. I doubt it because it's already at the bottom and turning up. But if it does throughout the night, we got it's a long night. Depending on what happens throughout the world and who knows what's gonna happen. But if it happens, then we pull back, and if we get a pullback down here, that'll be good. But I need more because the position that I'm in is way down here. Yeah. Now tomorrow, I don't know if I'm gonna trade tomorrow or not because I got some appointment or whatever. So may trade or may not. But Wednesday, I'm definitely gonna be on it. And it's a short week too because it's 4th of July and the market will be closed. So it's a 3-day week. So I don't expect much to go on. It's summertime. And as you can look here, you can see this volume is like, even like our session, the volume wasn't too heavy right here at the end of the day. They did a little something in the beginning and the end. That's just them checking their phones. Shoot, people, it's summertime. People are living their lives. Yeah, so that's where we at, man. Stocks 5150. We are stuck way down here, fiddling in the middle on the long term. Right, stuck right here between the 78 and the 61.8. And we do need this to come back down and save us. I'm gonna sit in this though. I'm willing to risk. I'm gonna tell you, I'm willing to risk 12, 1200 for this play to work out. So I'm in drawdown tonight. 500, and I need to find out this. And if anybody knows, does this math add up? Does this, when you do the market, um, these settlements, does that count against you? I can't really tell because I need to pay attention if my numbers are going down or not. Maybe not. I'm not even sure how it works. But yeah, this contract here though, this is the September contract, has been kicking my butt. I have not traded this contract well at all. You can see here realized gains at 696, and yeah, no bueno. I did good with the March one. No, it's June. I did good with the June contract and the March contract. I didn't do too hot, but that was me learning. This is all me learning. That's what's crazy. This is all me learning. And so, I did do good here. I was on vacation too, though, so maybe that might be my key is to just, but that's not, it ain't got nothing to do with it, with work. I just was on the right trades, man. It just worked out. And we had that Israel conflict. And I tend to be bearish. And so when that stuff happened, man, I made some money. So it really wasn't nothing I did. It's just how things goes. It's Flavor Flav say it's just how the story goes. That's just how the story goes. Now, should I put me in a position an order in case it hits my level while I'm asleep overnight? Like say if it goes down to 6,100 and then I could be out, right? Should I? And the answer is why not? Let's see. Let's do a bracket. For a profit, we're gonna do 6,100. That'll be that. That'll be our safety, right? Over here, what do we say? I think we said 2%. Now, the crazy part about this and what makes me nervous about this is it could do that 63 tonight while I'm asleep. But I will be out, right? So I think we said we was gonna do 2% each way. These are my YOLOs, and we'll see what happens. I can't do a good to cancel or good to close, whatever, because it's after hours. See, watch this. If I try to do that. Let's see. See, good to close or cancel out. It cannot be canceled when the market is between sessions. Oh, okay, well that's fine. Do I need to cancel it between sessions? Clear that because I might want to just do a day trade on that because something I might need to wake up and do something different in between hours. 2% just in case, and 3%. Yeah, 6,000. Hey, you might wake up and it'll be a good day. And this right here could save me. Like I said, I'm rolling the risk 1,200. I'm down five. I don't see it running that high. That's 50 points overnight. It could happen, but I don't see it. And if it does, then I'm out and I'm done, and that'll be fine. So, yeah. All right. Get that. Send, and we'll see what happens. Because now I'm going to go to bed and call this a night. But that's where I'm at, though. I'm in this position right here, in drawdown mentally, not feeling no kind of way about it. And stocks 5150, y'all. Stocks are crazy. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good life, man. You know what I'm saying?